Hi guys, I'm Dan and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be feeding a selection of the smaller tarantulas in my collection. So like I said before, we're going to be taking out the smallest tarantulas in my collection and I'm just going to show you how I go about feeding them. I mean, I've got some really small tarantulas in this collection, so the smallest being the Heterocele gabonensis, I think that's how you say it. But yeah, this is a dwarf species and it is just absolutely minuscule. So I'm going to show you how I go about feeding and watering this tarantula. And I can see from here, looking at the containers, that there has been a few molts, so let's dive right in and have a look. So this is the selection we've got today. We've got, starting from left to right, we've got an Ornithopterus oreotibialis, a Davis pantaloris. In this container we have a variety of spiderlings. These are all the smallest ones in the collections, and right on the end is a Pteronoculus murinus, which we rehoused last week. I'm going to be attempting to feed this one. As you can see, he is well established. He or she is well established in this burrow now. So yeah, starting left to right, let's feed some spiders. So when it comes to feeding spiderlings, I like to have two pairs of tongs, a small one and a large one, two catch cups. Primarily I'll use one of these to remove any boluses and just keep them to one side, so it's just easier to pick in and out. Again, just a small catch cup because they are small tarantulas. A pipette. This is what I do for all of my tarantulas. I'll have a pipette to moisten the corners and just a fresh bottle of water. So starting with the Ornithopterus oreotibialis, the Thailand golden fringe. This tarantula has got quite large over the last couple of months. Enclosure is looking a bit manky at the moment, but we'll see what we can do. This is going to require some patience, as it's a very shy tarantula. Now I do know I said I would be moving away from crickets, but the pet shop where I get my live food from didn't have any small locusts, or didn't have locusts small enough, so I'm back to using crickets for the time being. So let's see if we can tempt her out. Ooh. She took one because I accidentally slipped. See if she'll take another. Wow, I can see her legs down here, so I do think we will be able to get her to come out. Ooh. She is massive now. She's absolutely gorgeous. The gold on the leg is really coming through. Like I say, I'm going to try and get it to come up one more time. See, absolutely gorgeous. Okay, moving on to the Davis pantaloris. This one is a very small sling, but it is taking down live prey. So let's just rectify this water dish. So we've got here is a cricket that is slightly mushed up. You can get a closer look. There we go. Normally do get a happy dance from this one, so I'm going to wait a couple of seconds. There we go. Again, just a gorgeous tarantula this is. I've had this one from a tiny sling, and the last molt, the colours have really come through. A little bit high strung and reactive, but you know, as with all tarantulas, any tarantula can have a different personality, but I've not had any problems with this one. It would much rather bolt into its hide than anywhere else. Hey, happy dance. was a good happy dance. Ooh. Okay, let's leave this one to it. Moving on to the Tarantulas murinus. Not got a good feeling about this one. Again, just another super reclusive tarantula. I think what the best way to film this might be. Yeah, so we'll try and get it to come down this way. Cricket is just there. There we go. Yes. And that's about as much as you see of an OBT. Give it another one. It is after the cricket somewhere. No. Okay, moving on. So this is where things are going to start getting difficult. We'll start with the very, very small Heterothelly gabonensis. It is in there moving about. So what we do have here is a cricket that I'm going to crush. It's going to be a while before I get this one on film. Just round one side. Just so the tarantula can have a drink. And let's move on. Okay, so next on the list is the only tarantula that I have a duplicate of. Which is the Tarantulas murinus. And by the looks of it, we have a molt. So pull that out for later. Tarantula is just here. Again, I don't think we're going to get any of these feeding. As always, I'll just put a few droplets of water in. And move on. This is the reality of sling feeding. A lot of the time you're just dropping a half-killed prey item into an enclosure and seeing what happens. This is another one I've never managed to get on film, so let's see if we're lucky today. This one's quite large for in here, so I might be upgrading this one soon. This is a Tapinyakinus rasti. So moving on. Yeah, I don't like the enclosure this one's in, so we're just going to do a quick rehouse of this one. Okay, so this is going to be a super quick rehousing. Gently take this lid off. I can see where the tarantula is now. See if I can try and get this so comes. A little persuasion. There we go. I know it looks quite spacious in here, but I just can't deal with that little enclosure anymore, so this is where he's moving. Okay guys, I just wanted to quickly show you this. This is the Heterothelli gabonensis. Now you remember 5 minutes ago we left the half a cricket inside this container. It has now been moved down the side because the tarantula has come up and taken it back to its burrow. This is a good sign that your tarantula or spiderling is eating, so if you're unsure if your tarantula is eating, put the prey item in, come back the next morning or an hour later. If it has moved, the tarantula has definitely had a go at the prey item, so that's how you know. So yeah, I can just see the tarantula. You won't be able to see this, but I can just see the tarantula on the cricket, so that is good news. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe and leave any comments down below. And as always, I'll see you again next week. Thank you. Goodbye.